All right. Joining us for this very special interview is Bhatia, and this is likely to be a very delicious conversation because he is from the House of Candy. Thank you very much, Samir, for joining us today on the Daily Dispatch. I want to begin by asking you a little bit about the kind of excitement around the festive season. We're seeing a lot of gifting that's likely to happen this year around, considering that the festive season is just around the corner. Tell us a little bit about how festive demand has really shaped up so far at the House of Candy.
So, Priya, the festive demand, of course, all of us know we are coming right out of the COVID pandemic and so forth. Everyone was, sort of really apprehensive at the beginning. And fortunately for everyone, everyone's, got vaccinated, everyone's stepping out, everyone's showing encouraging, news from all over. So people are really stepping out and to cash in on it. Of course, Diwali is right around the corner. So we've come up with some really nice gifting options, for the customers. And so the demand is really good. We're getting a lot of queries, just like the years in the past, where they're calling for queries of 50 boxes, 100 boxes, and so forth. So the demand is really there because it's been pent up, and with the festive season right around the corner. So really an encouraging response so far.
Right. What do you have some sense in terms of how corporate gifting is shaping up? Because I do believe that corporate hampers are also a big part of your business overall. So tell us a little bit about how that's shaping up.
So corporate gifting also is a big part of our entire gifting experience because, the people they just come up and they want 500 boxes, 1,000 boxes and so forth. So we were actually not expecting that to happen considering, everyone's really tight on the margins and everyone's really tight with their finances, again, coming out of COVID. Fortunately and surprisingly enough, we'll actually be touching the same pre-COVID levels, the same as last year, because I think people want to pamper their employees more this time because of what everyone's gone through. So we're seeing some really encouraging response from the corporates as well.
Right. Sumi, tell us a little bit about your store strategy. A lot of buying is happening online as well, but you do also have an offline presence. So give us a sense as to how many offline stores you have at this point in time, which includes the kiosks that you set up at malls, etc. And what is the kind of expansion plan that you have envisioned?
So Priya, we have currently 183 outlets across the country. And out of 183, 123 are franchise, are company owned, and the remaining 60 are franchisees. And ever since we started our first kiosk in February 2014, the response has been so buoyant and so overwhelming that is what has kept us going and kept giving us the encouragement to keep going and keep opening more and more and more outlets. There's literally, and out of these 183, we already have another 50 in the pipeline to open in the next 3 months. So in the next 3 months, if we were to talk again after 3 months, this number would be, some 233. And so it's really encouraging, and with a lot more stores and outlets and kiosks in the pipeline are there.
Right. I also want to understand in terms of, expansion or diversification. While you have all the kinds of candies that one could even have dreamt of at your stores, what kind of diversification or category expansion are you looking at? Will you be looking at adding maybe pastries or bakery or other categories onto your portfolio?
Priya, so we keep dabbling with those ideas such as ice creams and chocolates and pastries and making a cafe out of it, because currently we started out as an impulse, as a small kiosk in the malls and everything. And we ourselves did not have the encouragement that we can do a large kiosk, and then from the large kiosk we can open a large store, because we ourselves did not believe that someone's going to stop by and go especially to a store just to buy candies. Till then we opened our first store at a high street 2 years back, and we were totally taken aback and surprised by the, again, overwhelming response we got from the customers. And so we've been dabbling around it, but I think largely, for the most part, we're going to continue to remain a candy player, wherein you get an assortment of candies. You can come and it's a pick and mix range. You come in, we have 50 varieties. You can come and pick your, oil yourself with any of those 50 varieties at the stores. And you can come and just get any of those 50 varieties. We did try a little bit with ice creams, but I don't think that's our forte. And I don't think we would be continuing with something like that.
Right. Interesting question that maybe our audience has as well is, where do all these candies come from? Are they mostly imported? Are you manufacturing it in India? What is the kind of pie that you have?
So all our candies are imported, or at least 90% of our candies are imported, and we talk to the best, suppliers from across the world, and we get the best products from their range as well. So we have about a range of 50 to 55 varieties. All of them are imported from United Kingdom, and but the candies in itself are actually manufactured in different countries across the world. Yes. So and then of course we've also started manufacturing for lollipops, which is a separate thing. But right now, they're all imported from across the world.
Right. What kind of investment are you looking at pumping in? Are you speaking with investors for any sort of fundraise?
Yes, we have just about to begin those talks, only and only because of the rapid, huge growth plans that we have. And we're looking at a capital infusion anywhere between $10 to $15 million. That is what we're looking at to further fuel our growth in the company. So that should happen somewhere in the next 6 to 8 months.
Right. And the final question on the revenue front, what kind of revenues are you eyeing at the end of FY22?
We're looking at closing somewhere close to about on a 5 crore, 6 crores monthly run rate. That's what we're looking at. We should be at that level come March 2022, very comfortably without a problem, because there's immense growth that we are seeing. And right now there's a reverse situation that's happening. We don't have enough stock to feed our customers because there's so much demand. And so I think the pipeline is very good. And in addition to that, we're also coming out with our FMCG products, the same candies in the FMCG format, so we can cater to the more modern trade, A class, B class stores, and display our products in small packaging across the country. So there's going to be pick and mix, there's going to be FMCG, then there's going to be lollipops. So there's different verticals that we'll be focusing on.
All right, interesting. We're going to wait and watch how this shapes up, and hope to get a taste of all the candies very soon. Thank you very much, Sameer, for joining us today on the Daily Dispatch. It's been a real pleasure speaking with you. Thanks so much for your time.